TGIF, thank God it's Friday. It is Trending Friday right here on Spring Trends with you. Trendy people, welcome on board. What we do here is to talk about everything trending, what's trending, who's trending, where they're trending, and reactions on social media. We cut across social political issues, entertainment, sports, whatever our hands can lay on for the day. And today, okay, I was just about to get on with the stories without introducing myself. I am Evelyn Ohiolei, and of course, Femi Ojo is here. Welcome, Femi.
They look you as per say as small now. Even yourself, you don't remember your name because the matter they hot for
exactly. It's all interesting, this matter, these issues.
All right, fire down.
Okay, let's look at the very first story this morning. There was this tweet I saw and I realized, okay, let's put it out there. This is by Dr. Farouk at Dr_Farouk on Twitter or X now. It says, I cannot even process the fact that there was a time that NNPC sold fuel at 65 naira, but now it is at the rate of 897 naira per liter. Actually, depending on where you're buying. This basically means the price of everything will go up, and that includes prices of eggs, transportation, food, goods, data, cars, I mean every single thing. In these trying times, ensure you check in on your loved ones from time to time, and you can have the picture, you can see the picture of 2008 and 2024. 2008 fuel was 65 naira and now 897 naira. Reactions from people. Gift Oli Seneko says it is getting tougher every day. I dare not leave the house at will these days. You have to calculate where I'm going. Is it important? If it's important, then you say, okay, are there ways I can do this without stepping out? You have to calculate. And Plato's cousin is saying even the NNPC logo don't change. Ajay, we're screwed. Koji says, good times indeed, just a few years ago. Finest Annie says, I do not care how hard life gets. I am not venting to social media. I'd rather go outside and talk to a squirrel. But she's still, on social media now, but she says she's not going to vent. All right, before we move to Femi, let's watch this video and we'll come back to take reaction.
À ń sọ́fà ń lu ìgàn abẹ́rẹ́ epo ààrẹ epo ra o ọtí náà wà ń lé epo ni o jàkàbára kẹ̀kà fún o èmi wà lọ́tọ̀ náà lẹ́gba nídìí òòrùn mo lọ́tọ̀ náà yàn lẹ́gba mo wà nù wọn o alọ́kọ̀ọ́lẹ̀ kò mọ́ràn lórí tọ́tẹ̀ka fún ẹ ò wọlé tán ò báyé wa jẹ àtijẹ́wú ni a fún wa mọ́tò wa máa takú ọmọ takú mú wa lánàá onídọ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ wa ọtí gba fóònù wa ni. ìyá dẹ̀ ń jẹ wá nàìjíríà ọ̀tá lè ṣiṣẹ́ àjọlẹ̀ nínú ìlú bàbá wa. táàkà yóò ta gbádùn iṣẹ́ fẹ́tò là ń ṣe làásìmá ń gbowó fíàrò ń gbowó títí ẹ̀ ìyá dẹ̀ ń jẹ wá. Jàkàbá wa kàn ṣe sí o ti ń bọ̀ lẹ́lẹ́kejì o. àwa ta tẹ̀lé ẹjọ́ kìíní àná àwa lélẹ́yìí o táà náà ẹlẹ́ni lẹ́gba ẹ̀ẹ́kẹ́ bàbá wa à ń náà wọn lẹ́gba tó ti tiẹ̀ tó bá lè wọlé àwa ló kàn. Kí ló gbẹ̀yìn ayé wa ìyá la fi ń jẹ gbẹ̀yìn yà ṣòṣe lámọ̀ oúnjẹ wọn tó aṣọ kò yé wa mọ́ nàìjíríà yìí à ń ṣọ́fà ni mo jẹ wọn tù láàárọ̀ yìí àwọn ọmọ mo ti jẹun lé.
All right, this man would rather vent on social media than talk to a squirrel. I mean, Finest Annie said she would rather go than talk to a squirrel. But you can hear what that man was saying, that calling out the president. We voted for you, we campaigned for you, and even at some points we beat people, and I found that actually concerning when he said we beat people, even old people that didn't want to
Your
vote
father's
for
age
you.
mate.
I mean, it's a lot.
He, I mean, they whipped old men in line, in as much they won't vote for the president or the candidate of his choice. But now, it's not just about the election. That's gone. It's time for governance. And you can see the lamentation, although it might not be named Jeremiah, but that's lamentation there. And I think this is reminiscent of so many persons. Either they worked for Jagaban or they didn't. Now, the policy of the government, obviously, it is not working, at least at the moment. It's about promises and promises, but the guys, that's the reality. You know, he's saying 1,000 naira worth of food cannot, is not sufficient for him. He has just taken his food, 1,000 to his children.
Are yet to.
These are the issues. Now, even you as a person, leave the children part. Perhaps he's not even married or somebody is not married. For you to be able to survive,
Yes.
it takes a lot.
Yeah.
And that is the reality. Somebody put up the price of fuel 2008 and now in 2024. Now, that's too far. What is the price of fuel 15 months ago? What is the price of things? Now, with the increase in pump price, there will be consequential adjustment, upward review by the people, because people will tell you that's the reality. Supply and demand, market forces. Now, can the people continuously bear it? Okay.
All right, he didn't say that. He didn't say much, but of course, silence sometimes, we understand what it means. We'll move on to our next story this morning. As Bill Gates was in the country, and he met with the vice president and also the economic team of the country, and there was a statement credited to him where he said that the tax collection in Nigeria is too low. Said we are not collecting enough tax that could help us run our health system, that could help us run our education. Actually, if you read this statement, you would understand the angle with which it's coming from. But Nigerians are beginning to look at this man's coming to the country with one kind eye. They're like, "Oh God, please leave us. We know our country is not in the best state, but just keep your opinion." Keep your opinion to yourself, Mr.
Maybe there is a context in which he's speaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking about from the angle of us investing more in our education system and health system, and is saying that we need to get more tax, collect more tax, because a lot of people really are not paying tax as they should. But people feel
maybe widening the tax net.
The ones that we have paid.
What have you done?
What have we seen with what, that's it. The reactions, Ben Samuel says, wrong. You cannot tax the unemployed or those earning a minimum wage of 70K, considering the number of working Nigerians. And with electricity tariffs and fuel prices already straining citizens, it is not feasible. And one pocket says, of course, we always listen to foreigners to tell us how to run our country. Harry says, well done, Matthew, the tax collector. And Daniel Rega, my guy, says, have Nigerians benefited from the government despite all the taxes paid or collected? How much is the country's minimum wage? And if the taxes were too low, when then are foreign brands or companies folding up and leaving the country, citing tax laws as part of their reasons? Bill Gates isn't making any valid points. So, Femi, what do you think this is what we need now? Do you think what Bill Gates has said makes sense?
I had to, just sigh, because he's maybe one of the top 3 billionaires in the world, in dollars, by the way. But then I think he spoke about many things. It's not just this issue of tax. He spoke, what you might say, truth to power at that place when he talked about some other things that is happening. And he's a philanthropist, and he has been doing a lot of work with his ex, Melinda Gates, on the continent. But this one is not going really, Nigerians are not having it to talk about tax. That's why I said maybe the context, many persons have been saying, widen the tax net. Let more people pay, but don't overburden the ones that are paying. It's a different thing. If 10 people are in a room and 5 of them are paying, maybe the kind of conversation is, why will the 10 of them not pay? If they are paying 2 naira, that means you can get 20 naira, from 10 people instead of getting 10 naira, or you are preparing to get the 20 naira just from 5 people. You understand my analogy now? Yeah. Let more people pay. But Nigerians are saying the ones where would they pay?
Where is it?
Now Escalade do not take and buy.
Exactly.
Now private jet do not take and buy.
I believe.
Una know they won't tell us say una want buy. We see we want buy. Una want buy. Una go say rara. We never ever approve it. That's what the National Assembly said. They said the proposal wasn't made. At the end of the day, what will go soon? Fine, customized PJ. And then the next thing you are seeing a bulletproof Escalade. And I just will say, so Nami go stay the fund on a lifestyle. And that's what we are saying. It's 160 million. Say you as a day like this, your body no fit SUV. Where be saying that some people if it
Don't see my skin.
this I'm telling
my
you,
skin.
come off it. You know, these are some of the issues. Don't overburden the people. Let more people pay, but let them have a value for whatever they are paying. You should not be funding the lifestyle. It's only in Nigeria that parliamentarians are collecting hardship allowance. Who they collect hardship? Who life hard for?
Yeah.
These are some of the issues. And that's why when people travel abroad and then they see what they have access to, whenever, if your papa boy, your mama will, or no, your grandpa boy, your mama will, no pay that tax. Even you go no say mo jebi, even me, I no do it because you can see.
Enjoying. Yeah.
You can't cheat the system. But here, now we one informer for one agumulary place. Now you go they sorry, no informer. I mean anybody. Now you go they defend using your own small more money. The 5 naira from Iyalata, the 10 naira permit from Korokwe people.
Yeah.
Now this thing they go put together to fund people's lifestyle, lining up 14, 5, 10 SUVs. Just because some people are in power. These are the issues.
That's what it
but
is.
that Bill Gates, if Nigerians catch you with this thing, if not be say you don't give that sort before, they know what they're supposed to do.
All right, let's move on to the next story this morning. This has been trending online. Stop femicide. Stop violence against women. Stop molesting women. Stop killing women. Stop raping women. And actually this stemmed from the conversation we had yesterday, or one of the stories I took yesterday, about Christiana and how she was gruesomely murdered by that 23-year-old man. Let's see. And you know, celebrities have been joining their voices, putting their voices out there, lending their voices out there to for this campaign, you know, telling people to stop killing women, to stop raping them, and stop attacking them. Celestia Bean, this is Ira Star, saying, stop killing us, stop raping us, women deserve better. Hashtag justice for Christiana. And Big Fish says, and that's our Dekunle Gold there, Babadeja Okosimi, saying, man, true strength is not about staying silent, but about standing up to your friends who abuse, rape, or demean women. Let's redefine masculinity by holding each other accountable. Hashtag justice for Christiana. And I find this one by Adekunle Gold very, very profound, because it's about, they talk about bro code, but when it comes to violence against women, that bro code should be broken.
That's criminal code.
Because we see men that keep silent when their friends are, you know, attacking other women, verbally abusing or physically abusing other women or ladies, and you feel, oh, it's bro code. I know if me they judge or me. Please, judge where? That's what they are saying. Judge where again. All right, moving on. Exactly. Unfriendly Black Tolani_00 says, leave women alone for God's sake. Stop killing women. Stop raping women. There is no day on this app that I do not see incidents of femicide. It's either a woman has been sexually harassed or has been murdered. A poor girl is currently fighting for her life. Leave us alone. And Renu Odwala at Savvy Renu says, the murder of Christiana is so chilling, man. Not all men, but it's still men that are enabling and perpetrating the crime. Your manly voice is loud enough for not all men, but silent when a woman is violated or murdered. Hashtag justice for Christiana. Femi, your thoughts?
It's a terrible thing, by the way. It stands condemned by every means. Either the in fact, let me even go low. The way they say, even if the person are the ones you call uko, wrong scale, now still human being. If there is a transaction, go through with the transaction. If you don't want the person, don't go for them.
Yeah.
Don't snuff life out of them because you feel, oh, they are this kind of people. Everybody has a right to life. That's just the thing. So I think it's very terrible, and it's good that Adekunle Gold, many of these guys are speaking up, and everybody should be speaking up on this. But many persons will say, if some of these people speak up, table go shake, or you know, let the table shake. Let's
break the table.
In fact, table should no more exist.
Let's
this is the
break
thing.
the table.
And you know, I say, Deja, you know, is a female.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why it will, anybody with a female child, you don't even have to have a female child. The fact that you have sense it shows that you must know what you are supposed to do. And maybe you should talk about giving some life survival skills to your daughters at this point. Whatever they have to do, the numbers they have to call. If there's a time people talk about carrying pepper spray. But then let me add, I'm not excusing these idiots that do these things. But I'm talking about this time we have to take more responsibility. If you have shady place, in fact, this is not the time for anybody, even you as a father. to go to an adventure that your people don't know about.
Yeah.
Nobody should do that again. The moment you enter an Uber, a cab, in fact, make the call, let the driver know you are calling somebody. Motiwole, man, because if that is what it takes, so that those people will have a sense of this person has got cover.
Yeah.
Don't go to a place and say, no, I don't want my friends to know. We don't want this hashtag and justice for somebody. This is not the time for you to pack your load from Akungba and then go to somebody in Akwa Ibom and nobody can even trace you.
Yeah.
Yes, there is love. Then there is sense. There is responsibility. Don't put yourself in harm's way. But these people that are doing these things, either man or woman, either it's a cartel, your days are numbered. Know that there is no bro code, just like you said. Break every bro code.
All right. Thank you so much, Femi. I mean, that was strict enough. That was firm enough. That was stern enough. And this is where we draw the curtains on the show, Spring Trends, this morning. We appreciate you for joining us. And I will end with this particular, scripture from the Holy Book Bible, which says that deliver us from wicked and unreasonable men who has got no faith, because not all men have faith. So I pray
that's the Bible verse.
Yes, it is.
That's what you're talking.
It is
from unreasonable men.
From wicked and unreasonable men who are faithless.
You know the
that's my paraphrase.
The Femi side you don't even talk about. Now that Femi way they side they pay me because everything, even the price of petrol.
I have once talked about your Femi, but you said Femi is a very good name.
Can't you see the CEO? Can't you see me?
I want my salary this month. Okay. All right, have for yourself a great and wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Bye bye.